Hi, I am Topsy Tech Repair, and today we're going to show you how to make your own test probes. Now, I just already bought a test probe recently at an electronics shop in Tarlac City. But today, this is not the point of today's video. And by the way, it does have travel covers of the test probes, which I could take by Multimeter with me on the go. So, today's video is we're going to show you how to make your own test probes. So, this test probe here are always used most of the time when fixing broken appliances. It consists of an extension socket here, and of course the original test probe connectors of my multimeter. This is an Inco DM2002. I'll give you the link in the description if you want to buy one of this. I am not affiliated nor sponsored by Inco Tools Philippines. And yes, this is the original. It's been hacked up by putting an extension socket here, which is easier enough to plug into appliances for testing purposes. So yeah. And here is the accompanying test probe that I made previously. Although it does work, but the problem was it was ugly, and at the same time it's very dangerous and unsafe. I don't want to plug this thing directly into a mains outlet. That would likely to cause a short circuit and let the circuit breaker trip. So we're going to show you how to make your own test probes properly for less than 150 or 200 pesos cheap. So now the materials you need is banana plugs, specifically the one that's made for a multimeter. I'll show you how it works because each and every multimeter has the same size and the shape of a banana plug. It fits snugly whatsoever. And since this is a beginner's kit, you see right there, there's a screw. You can unscrew that and of course tighten it all the way as far as you can get it so to get a firm connection. This is more of a beginner's kit. And for the starter's kit, what you need is a soldering iron. So we're going with the beginner's kit because it's so much easier. Then you need this. Normally I will go with a tip of a multimeter, but I opted for an alligator clips because that's all I have at the moment, and I haven't had this type of test probes. So I just already bought this at electronics store. Same place in Tarlac City, black and red, positive, negative, and of course the cable of own choice. In this case, I'm gonna have to reuse the old ones for my first attempt DIY test probe. Anyway, this is a speaker wire. You should use speaker wire. It's better because of the polarity. Polarity doesn't matter. Then you need the various screwdrivers right here. And of course, you need a wire strippers. And last in the list is pliers to crimp on the copper in the alligator clips. So let's begin this. The first thing is we're gonna have to sacrifice this one. Don't worry, I will be using this plug for another project down the road, but in the meantime, we have to unplug this. Like that. It unscrews so easily, you don't need anything finessing, and this is what you're after with. So I'll be using my miniature flat tip screwdriver like this. Okay, so don't worry, the old plug can be used for another project of mine down the road, whenever I want to fix a broken appliances or something like that. So we'll have to save the plug right here for another project and put that in my parts box. Now, take your alligator, banana plugs right here. Be sure you have to keep your coppers twisted firm so that the banana plug screws will have something to grip onto it. Then, you need to grab your miniature Phillips screwdriver. This is actually from a precision set right here. Just unscrew this. it has screws like that. Very easy as a cake. Then insert one right here. One right here. It goes like that. Be sure it's firmly tight so that it doesn't want to rock around. Then we'll do the same to the positive side. And there you go. You just made your own DIY test pros, but we're going one step further. But before that, we need to check if everything works. So we'll put my tester or multimeter to continuity mode to hear if there's any beeps. Yes, this verifies that you made your own multimeter for cheap, but we're going one step further. Remember, I just already bought alligator clips. That is what we're gonna have to use today. So it's time for me to get rid of this ugly looking joint right here. It's just those test probes being wrapped onto electrical tape. And be sure you want it to cut into the length of your desired preference. If you you just have to cut it to the length of your desired preference, like this. And be sure everything must be at least equal, because sometimes things are not that quite straight. Sometimes they're not that quite straight, guys. So it looks like this is not equal at the top, but we wanted to make this perfect example. So yeah. Then take your alligator clips and remove its sleeve. This is a protective sleeve, and try to fit it to your speaker wire. Looks like it fits snugly right here, but hey, it does work. Then we're gonna have to do is have to strip off some of the insulation and use the same pliers to clamp it in, like so. Ooh, yeah, it does. Then of course don't forget to clip off the excess if preferred to, but we're gonna have to leave it as it is to get a better connection or contact right here, because this alligator clip is so rather long anyway. Then don't forget to get the clip into it. Just give it a firm click so that everything will be at its permanently attached. By the way, we could solder this, but this is only for beginners because of the screw type banana plug. We're good to go. We're good to go with the pliers and wire crimps, and there you go. Then install the plastic sheathing. Sometimes this type are getting a bit stubborn to get it fit, but it does work anyway. So that's one test probe made. That's one test probe made right here. See? Now we have to repeat to the second test probe. Have to remove this protective sleeve. Slide through the protective sleeve to this cord right here. Sometimes it could be how this stubborn to get it through, so it doesn't matter. Then slide on some insulation, just slightly, just a bit right here. Then of course, twist up the wires, crimp it together, and you made a second probe. And you're finished with it. You're done. Okay, be sure you have to crimp it well to the copper wires right here. Otherwise, it won't not create a good connection with it. So there you go. Now we have to put our protective sleeve like so. This could be a little bit pain to get it onto, just like how the red one does. But it does work. Just a little bit of coaxing, and oops. Just repeat the same process, because sometimes, depending on the thickness of your cable, it will come off loose. So we're gonna have to redo this and start over, because this is somewhat a bit stubborn to put on the cable sleeving if desired to. So yeah, this cannot be done with force. Give it another squeeze. And sometimes my tires are in the way. Have to redo this once again, because it's somewhat fiddly to do this. Don't try to see me failing this on camera for you guys. So you have to do is you have to create a good crimping connection, otherwise it will come loose again. So be sure to crimp it very well, otherwise it will not have a good connection and will likely to destroy it. So looks like it's not going anywhere. So you should be so we're gonna have to do it carefully. You don't need to have to start over again once it pop out. So you have time and patience. So don't rush. Come on. And there you go. That's the second test probe fixed. So we'll do a final test to see if this works. So we'll have to plug in our newly built test probes, then set it to continuity mode, and let's see if it beeps. And yes, it does, my friend. So there you go. That's how you made your own DIY homemade test probes with alligator clips for nothing but that it costs 150 to 200 pesos. Yes, you should make this under 150 to 200 pesos. Now I could use this DIY test probes, the one with alligator clips, for my future home appliance repair projects. And yes, I am Topsy Tech Repair. Don't forget to share this video. And if you made your own, you're gonna ask, or you're gonna say that I made it by myself. So, and on that bombshell, I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo.